G'day legends, Blake here with another video. Don't mind the mess behind me. I've got big projects going on which will be in future videos. But on the weekend I managed to get out to South Australia, in particular Adelaide, and snuck off from the family trip I was on to get to a local fish store. And this one really blew me away. It had so many exotics, brilliant staff, and even a cute little guard dog greeting you on the way in. So hopefully you enjoy this one. Whether you're ever going to go to South Australia or not, I think this tour is well worth watching. So stick through to the end and hopefully you enjoy. Okay, so this store is called The Great Amazon, and it's located on 33 Anzac Highway, Ashford, South Australia. Just a short trip southwest of Adelaide CBD. And as you can see, beautiful store, actually quite a big footprint and a good range of smaller fish and also big exotics, which we'll see as we get through. Some quite nice paludariums as well, and these ones we'll have a look a little bit later, but they had some great bashirs in them. They've got everything that you would need as well in terms of your hardscape, food, tanks, all that sort of stuff. So we start off here with some beautiful green angels and straight into a black diamond stingray. So I was having a chat to the owner when I went into the store here, and they breed quite a lot of them in store. You'll see some IBCs later with a bunch of breeding adults. So that's really cool to see locally bred stingrays. But yeah, there's no shortage of exotics whatsoever. So parku and peacock bass and giant tanks. I think I'm even in a couple of these shots to give some scale. Fancy goldfish as well, and this one here, I think this is a spotted Congo puffer, but puffers are just such a rarity in Australia that you never really know. I just don't come across them too often to know exactly what it is. I've got a Fahaka puffer, so I know it's not that, and obviously it's way too big to be a pea puffer, so I'm betting my money on spotted Congo, but let me know down in the comments if I'm not correct on that one. Beautiful nonetheless. So here we have three massive tiger bashirs, just always amazing. Another species that is not legal here in Victoria, unfortunately, but I would love to keep some of these, and they were just thick old sausages, these guys here. So that was cool to see. And then this tank here, there was quite a few arowanas as well, which is pretty cool. Another thing that I just don't see too often around where I am. But yeah, you can see the stingrays, they just keep coming and coming and coming. And there's some really nice ones in terms of pattern and colors. And yeah, it's pretty rare to see some really dark contrasting black diamonds, which there's quite a few of here. Tiger shovelnose as well, another great exotic catfish to see. But obviously pretty much all of these that we're looking at right now are going to require big tanks. So if you do want to pick up stuff like this, then you got to be prepared for it. But this is kind of the breeding area. It's a giant poly water tank which is cut down, and huge water volume there, so that was pretty cool. Into some of the more nano stuff now, the more community friendly stuff as we get through, but you can always see a little stingray popping up in the corner, so they're certainly unavoidable here. But if you're into exotics, then certainly the place to go. But definitely got some platies and purple harlequin rasboras, plants, anubias and that sort of stuff as well. So there is a little bit for everyone at this store, which, you know, I could have just spent hours in here. Oscars, there's quite a few cichlids actually, parrot cichlids, black nasty, a few flower horns as well, all sorts of stuff really. So if you're into that sort of large sort of tank busting cichlid without having, you know, sort of an 8-footer, 10-footer, then this store could be good for you too. Platinum red tail catfish here, and another stingray here. So another thing, you just never see red tails here in Australia, so a platinum one, super rare. Store guard dog looking tired here, worked a big shift, getting lots of pats from all the kids and the people, so good on him, always keeping an eye out. And yeah, just back into the goldfish now and looking around at some of the scapes. Actually, when I was talking to the owner here, unfortunately his son has had some health battles, and a lot of the fish here are just his pets. So it's kind of a hybrid between a shop where everything's on sale versus a place where a lot of stuff is on display. But all the best to his son, and hopefully he gets well soon. But certainly a avid fish keeper there, and definitely got an eye for some pretty cool fish. So shout out to him. Discus here, always a winner. Some interesting patterns too. Parrot cichlids and bumblebee gobies as well. So the exotics are both small and large, no matter where you look in this shop. Got some rainbow fish here and some interesting cories as well. Peacocks, really every type of fish under the sun in this shop here. There's some more of the larger peacocks as well. Brilliant colour. Plenty of activity going on in there. And this is really the jewel in the crown. This tank was huge, and it had some of the biggest paku I've ever seen. The shop owner told me as well while I was here, one day he came in and the store was entirely flooded because one of the big paku knocked the standpipe off the drain and drained the whole tank down to basically nothing. So they had to do a bit of repairs and that sort of thing. I'm sure it would have been a lot of expletives said that morning when you're going into the shop, but definitely some big, beautiful fish in here. You can see a gold barramundi back there, giant peacock bass. Oscar's just as big as your head. Really big and healthy stuff going on in here, and the video really doesn't give the sort of perspective of how big this tank actually is. Just amazing. Also a stingray in there, and yeah, I think a tank like this would be difficult to decide what to go into it because there are so many options. But the paku are definitely an impressive sight to see, and there I am looking surprised. Giant gourami as well in the background there. This display tank as well doesn't do it justice either, but if it was standalone it would be a marvel in itself. However, next to the other tank as well, it's kind of hard to beat. So there you go, guys. That was the Great Amazon. I was really amazed by what they had on offer, seeing so many cool exotics and giant display tanks. Hopefully you enjoyed the tour, and if it's giving you a bit of entertainment, it always helps me out to smash like, hit subscribe, and all that fun stuff. If you like my content, I've got another video right there for you to enjoy. Other than that, happy fish keeping, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.